Alrighty guys, we're back for some Valet Returns version 2, and this is actually the final Streets of New Capenna standard build that I'll be bringing to the table. Over in the Discord, there was a suggestion for me to play my favorite standard deck one last time, and with rotation just a couple days away, I cannot think of a better way to say goodbye to the current standard, so thank you so much for that suggestion. And for anyone who may not know, I'm Redcat and I play aggro decks and any decks with red in them as well, so I hope that sounds fun to you. What do we have in the build here? First of all, this is very similar to version 1 with just a few changes here and there. I believe version 1 had more rabbit batteries and such, but this version added a couple play with fires, just another card that we can grab with Bloodthirsty Adversary. Now, the main keystone of the build is, of course, Devilish Valet, a 3-mana Devil Warrior. It's a 1/3 trample haste with Alliance. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, double Devilish Valet's power until end of turn. And then we're trying to couple this with our powerful top-end card, a couple Blade Historians, a 4-mana 2/3. I'm going to miss this card. Attacking creatures you control have double strike. This card finishes games, and I know you guys love it as much as I do. So what pairs well with the Valet? Well, you see a Pair of Goblins happens to pair well. This is a 3-mana instant. You get to choose one of these abilities. Charge them. Creatures you control get +2/+0 until end of turn, or befriend them. Create 2 1/1 red goblin creatures. So there's a very, very tiny little goblin theme in here because we're actually rocking Battle Cry Goblin as well. A 2-mana 2/2 goblin. You could pay 2 mana. Goblins you control get +1/+0 until end of turn, and haste until end of turn. By the way, the haste is very important there too. Why it's actually in here though is, funny enough, the pack tactics, because it works so well with doubling Valet's power here. So whenever Battle Cry Goblin attacks, if you attacked with creatures with total power 6 or greater this combat, create a 1/1 red goblin creature token, and that's tapped and attacking. So instead of going like the full Boros route and having like Adeline in here, we kind of have the Battle Cry Goblin to take the place of Adeline. And what we found when we first played this deck, first of all, it's amazingly fun, like ridiculously fun. It plays like some kind of, I don't want to say like a classic aggro, but like, yeah, I don't know. You guys will just have to see the matches, I guess. I hope we have just as much fun today as we did with that first video. Either way, let's go over the rest of the deck. We have 4 Goldhounds in here. Now, you can tap it, sack it, add 1 mana of any color. Now, that does mean that this would need haste to sacrifice it on the same turn. So that does suck in the sense where you can play a Goldhound out, double the Valet's power, and then you really wish you could just tap it to play like a Rabbit Battery too, to double the Valet's power again. But yeah, it doesn't actually have haste, but it does have First Strike and Menace, which is really easy to forget because this card's amazing. We have 4 Kumano faces Kakkazan as well, the couple play with fires that I mentioned, the 1 Rabbit Battery, the 4 Battle Cry Goblins that I mentioned, 4 Bloodthirsty Adversaries naturally, 2 Reckless Impulse, so 2 mana sorcery. Exile the top 2 cards of your library. Until the end of your next turn, you may play those cards. This is actually a very important card here, and being able to like recast this from the grave off of a 5 mana adversary is actually really good. We have 4 Sudden Breakthroughs, a card that I'm actually surprised didn't see like any play anywhere. This card is such a terrific combat trick, and it ramps you. So for 2 mana, it's instant speed. Target creature gets +2/+0, gains First Strike until end of turn, and that First Strike can go a long way with the Valet, since the Valet, you could have like a 200 power Valet, 2 million power Valet, and then a simple First Strike creature could block it and kill it before any damage goes through. Which would obviously really suck. So yeah, First Strike could go a long way, but then what really goes even further is that treasure token. So not only can you buff the Valet's power, get that treasure token, and then play like a Goldhound or something simple like that with that treasure token to double the power again, like that's actually just insane. But also the treasure helps us fix our mana, because we're splashing white in here for Restoration of Eiganjo. So For the first ability here, search your library for a basic Plains card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. That could be good if you're trying to find your 4th mana for the Blade Historian, but what it's really in here for is the 2nd and 3rd ability here. So you may discard a card so you can totally ditch that Plains. When you do, return target permanent card with mana value 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. So this is actually terrific with like a Kumano faces Kakkazan because one, you don't care if that returns tapped because it's going to eventually turn into the etching and you're getting all the other abilities on that. But it really works well with Goldhound too because you can ramp with the Goldhound by tapping it and sacking it and then bring it back with Restoration as well. And then if it's a bit later into the game, you might already have like the Devilish Valet on the board getting that boost from you bringing that back from the grave. So there's like a lot of little combos just built into the deck that makes it a ton of fun. Something to note with the you see a pair of goblins, of course, if you don't have Valet, then you're probably using the... It really depends. Like there's so much to do with this card because you could totally get those goblins that work with the Battle Cry Goblin and then you could buff them with haste and everything. Or you could just buff all of your creatures anyways, which might be the best bet. But yeah, of course the 2/1/1 goblins boost the Valet twice, or double its power twice. So that's the main reason it's in here. But don't forget the charge them ability. It's very easy to win with that. I think that's it, guys. Yeah, we're rocking 3 Den of the Bugbears. We got a seat in here as well as a Crucible of Defiance, which honestly you could probably run 2 Crucible of Defiance because channeling this out with a Valet on the board is just as good as you see a pair of goblins as well. No snarls this time round. We are rocking the pathways in the Sundown Pass. And think of Seat as just extra removal right here. You probably don't play this out on as white mana very often. So kind of think of it as just the channel portion of this, but there are going to be moments where you play it as land too. Oh my goodness, guys, I'm going to miss Den of the Bugbear so much. Ah. Such a good land. Okay, anyways, let's go ahead, take this into some ranked and see how we do this time round, huh? All right, let's see if we can get right into our first match for some good luck. Let's go. 3 seconds. That's good. That's one of the best ones recently. All right. Yeah, I mean, we go first. Yeah, this is fine. This is totally fine. Get the Sundown Pass down instead of keeping the, hello, opponent. My friend. We don't get a hello every day. So we might as well go into the adversary. It's not normal Boros. I promise, opponent. I promise. Don't leave. They won't leave. We're in ranked, but still. Oh, no, angels, no. Get out of here. All right, well, we could try the combat trick. I'm pretty sure they take this, but I'll try it. Yeah, they take it. So what we'll do, since Play with Fire doesn't hit the Valkyrie anyways, we're going to get Restoration down. And we're going to try our best. So Angels is a very, very bad matchup for, well, pretty much, I'm pretty sure it makes all aggro decks sweat a little bit. So, yeah, they swing. They could easily save that as a blocker too, but, so, we don't have a great discard here. Oh no, guys. Yeah, we don't have a great discard at all. So let's just go ahead and decline. Yeah, that's not the greatest, but if we can successfully keep Blade Historian on the board for next turn's Valet, that could be really sick. Nice. Hey, thank you, opponent. Thank you. I told you it wasn't the same type of Boros, but yeah, this is up against Angels, man. This is very scary. We're gonna get Restoration. They swing in because they are not scared. Okay, you see a pair of goblins. Restoration doesn't have haste. Play with Fire could go a long way. We get Valet down. Valet could come down next turn a lot more powerful. I think Sudden Breakthrough and Play with Fire to be able to kill the Overseer might be a little bit better. Big problem here, they're probably going to kill Blade Historian. That's a big problem. Alright, let's swing and see what they end up doing here first. Okay. So we'll go Sudden Breakthrough. And then we're going all in. There we go. There we go, guys. Let's go. Oh my goodness, look at that spicy win rate up there. Oh man. Yeah, Sudden Breakthrough. Yeah, don't. Good first game. It's always good to beat Angels with an aggro build. So yeah, we full swung there because if they didn't block, we had that incredible amount of damage thanks to Blade Historian. So that was sweet. Let's go. Oh man. Yeah. When the suggestion was brought up in the Discord, it was a tough decision. Like, there were so many fun decks, but in the long run. Okay. The hands have been a little bit slower today, but that's okay. Like, they're not terrible. I don't think we ditched this hand, so... Looks like they went down to 6. That kind of sucks. Good, they didn't have to go down to 5. That's good. That's good. If you go down to 5, it might just be game over usually, you know? Okay, Battle Cry Goblin. Okay. Rafine's Tower. Oh, man. The game is putting me up against very scary things right now. Very, very scary. You see, a pair is probably what we're going to keep open for their turn. Let's just go ahead and swing with this and see what happens. Just 2 gets through, huh? I'm going to keep you see a Pair of Goblins open, so we can go ahead and drop a couple 1/1s on their turn. Because this is very scary stuff to be, like, they probably... Okay, are they passing it back? Let's see if this even hits, because maybe our Restoration can actually get onto the board on our turn. If they counter this on their turn. Yeah, just them... dropping a land and passing, that's very scary stuff. It might just straight up be Jwari Disruption. That's a card I'm not going to miss for sure. So we'll go ahead. We have Bloodthirsty Adversary and Sudden Breakthrough open if we wanted to do both. But I think just getting Restoration down could actually Sudden Breakthrough and Restoration for an extra couple damage. I don't know how I feel about that. It's not terrible, though. Let's start with the swing and see if it sticks. Okay. So we'll go ahead. We'll do it this way. Just an extra couple damage early on might be good against control before they start to run away with it or anything like that, you know? Yeah, keep the Wandering Emperor open. That's probably a good idea. So let's go ahead and ditch the Bloodthirsty Adversary. And we'll pay the 3 to bring it back. Or we'll pay the 3 to do the Sudden Breakthrough. Or the treasure for next turn. Actually, you see a Pair of Goblins might be better here. So we can play the Plains. So we can go like this. Or we can play Plains and then buff the Goblins, give them haste. This is insane, guys. This is actually insane. So, unfortunately, Battle Cry Goblin's about to get gobbled up, but, like, could we ask for a better swing right now? Like, I'm full swinging for sure, and I don't care about that Wandering Emperor, especially when they could just full out play a Doomscar on their next turn or something. Like, we got to get all that damage through. So we do get that extra 1/1 either way, so we do get to have that target the Emperor. Very nice, guys. Let's see if they have that board wipe. Oh, that's scary. They got the 5 mana. Blade Historian looking good. Bloodthirsty Adversary looking good. I'm gonna try the Blade Historian. Could actually try the Adversary instead, and then if they don't counter it, then we can play Blade Historian. Well, if they do counter it, Blade Historian's just better to have on the board. So let's see. See if they counter this. It hits. No way. Is it just another Wandering Emperor? Sudden Breakthrough doesn't give haste or anything, but we could give one of these. Yeah, we better keep... We don't know what's in their hand, and if our Blade Historian gets Jwari'd, this is probably just better, because we're like spreading out the damage here. What do you guys think? What would you have done there? I see like 5 mana open, 4 cards left in hand. Opponents most likely... Okay, so another Emperor. If that was it, then Blade Historian might have been the call. But they are down to 6. Sorin, nice. Okay, this Blade Historian's gonna hit hard. Blade Historian's gonna hit very hard. So we okay, another land. That kind of sucks, but we'll play it. They have 1 mana open. Yeah, it sucks that this is just another mountain, but I'm not even worried about the lifelink. We're just full swinging at face. At every turn we're just full swinging at face. Nice, at least we do get that. Well, the first strike kills them first before the lifelink. Oh, Blade Historian. Where are you, Blade Historian? Why did people stop playing you? I guess there's just too much removal in standard, maybe. Well, still rocking the 100%. If we go through the whole video at 100% win rate, there's just no way, right? There's no way. I like the deck's good, the deck's fun, but there's no way we can maintain 100% win rate. Unless, I mean, maybe there's a little glimmer of hope inside my soul that says maybe we can do it. But honestly, the matches can go however the heck they want to go for the rest of the evening, and I'm already 100% satisfied. Not a bad hand at all. At least we finally got that turn 1 Goldhound. Turn 2 Restoration is also possible here. Kumano, so here we go. Here's going to be another challenge up against the Boros probably. We don't see much mono red. Hey, Wayward Guide Beast. Hi. Oh my. Okay. This is gonna be interesting. Honestly, this could be really bad, because they could totally outpace us, especially since they went first too. We don't want to swing with this. We want to tap it for restoration probably, because we get a plains. And we can always ditch the plains to bring back Goldhound, but we also have like a bunch of other stuff to do too. Like we could always do Rabbit Battery. What's cool about bringing Rabbit Battery back with Restoration is you can still reconfigure it even though it comes back tapped. Guys, what is happening? Is that turn 2? No, that's turn 3. Wait. I don't know what turn it is because they only have one. We had our turn 2. Guys, This is like a low ball mono red, and it is kicking our butt right now. Oh my. I don't know if we're gonna get through this. We got to get some blockers down, so we'll play the plains out. So we'll ramp with the Needle Pathway. We might want to get Goldhound back, even though it comes out tapped. Alright, let's bring the Goldhound instead of ramping. This is bad, guys. This is really bad. 1, 2, 1, 2. So if we go Rabbit Battery, we could keep Play with Fire open. Oh no. Oh no. We're at 7. There's not a lot of options here. Could block the Epicure successfully with Bloodthirsty, Sudden Breakthrough. I think we keep a Pair of Goblins open. Let them swing, then get some blockers. But this has Trample. I think we just got destroyed by a Wayward Guidebeast deck. I think so, guys. That's actually sick. Honestly, I'm glad we lost to this deck. So this is 5 damage coming through, and we're at 7, so we're forced to block here. No, that's still. Is there a way to successfully block here? I think the Rabbit Battery puts the nail in the coffin, since these have Trample too. Either way, I'm pretty sure this is their game. Guys, 90% win rate. That was actually awesome. We just got our butts handed to us by Wayward Guidebeast going first. That was sick, actually. So I wonder if they're doing a similar thing that we're doing right now and just kind of playing some older cards that maybe they enjoyed, but they didn't get a chance to play with much. Because you don't see a lot of Wayward Guidebeast, and it really ran away. Turn 1 Kumano, turn 2 Guidebeast. I can't believe how efficient that actually was. See, us going second there put us a little bit behind, so like our combat tricks didn't really work. Like that Sudden Breakthrough would have been perfect for the Guidebeast, but we couldn't get established. I wonder if the turn 2 Restoration was actually a bad play because it was just too slow, you know? There's a lot to talk about in that last match. That's a game to think about for sure. Like, was there a way to defend long enough to where we could actually get into an aggressive position ourselves rather than just defending the entire game? And there might have been, but I didn't see a way. If you guys saw it, let me know. It might have been as simple as, yeah, I got greedy with the restoration, and then they really slipped that damage through. Opponent, are you there, buddy? Opponent. Well, we could take a quick nap, I guess. So it's probably Mountain Kumano, so that way we can turn to Battle Cry Goblin. Since we are going first here, I don't know how important having Goldspan as ramp is going to be in this particular hand. Now, obviously, we're going to be drawing more cards, but Kumano, Battle Cry, and then flip Etching as soon as possible is probably just better than the Goldhound here. If we had, like some 3 and 4 drops, then we would consider Goldhound, especially if we can get a turn 2 Valet down, and then just start swinging in with Valet. And of course that depends what the opponent has as well, because if they have too much removal, guys, I do like keeping these matches in the videos just because it showcases a hand. So I guess if you want, you could skip ahead, but you know, I do have chapters for a reason. I just wanted to give you guys the heads up, just in case the opponent actually isn't going to play here. It looks like they might be frozen, which happens often. The game definitely freezes. Oh no, they actually are here. Hi. I hope they don't run down the clock every time then, because that was like right at the last second. Nope, they're here. That's good. That is excellent. Let's go ahead and get the Battle Cry Goblin down. And Restoration is pretty good. Yeah, that's a good draw. Ooh, mono green. This will be interesting. We don't have a lot of removal for good reason. So if we buff before we swing, we actually get the pack tactics and we'll get an extra goblin. They do get to block the goblin successfully, but then that's 6 damage going to their base. Maybe Restoration is just better. Either way. Let's swing, see if they block the etching. 5 damage getting through. Getting restoration down early might just be better. Might just be. Because mono green can be very dangerous because they can definitely defend. Just right now, they have enough mana to drop a 4/4 troll with trample. They don't even need another forest down. But they could play a forest, drop their 4/4 troll, and then Blizzard Brawl our Battle Cry Goblin. And yeah, that's that would be devastating. So I guess starting, okay, doesn't look like they have that. They might be missing that forest. Still gonna be a Blizzard Brawl maybe, because now they have the 3 snow permanents, so they can still take out the goblin. Oh, Blizzard Brawl. How dare you, Blizzard Brawl. We still have some pretty great, another Goldhound. We don't need the second planes. We might play all 3 Goldhounds this turn though. So bring the Battle Cry Goblin back. Goldhound, because mono green doesn't have any board wipes, right? They just like, I'll save the 2 open and swing and see if that changes the opponent's decision here at all. They do end up blocking. That's not a terrible block for us. Too bad we don't have the sudden breakthrough here. Yeah, Goldhound, Goldhound, Goldhound. All right. Well, we have 7 potential mana on the board if we want. Pack leader, nice. If this is another Blizzard Brawl, then it's looking like we're gonna have to start going into defense with our restoration maybe. Second pack leader, very nice. A Reckless Impulse is a terrific draw here. As a matter of fact, I don't know if we could have asked for a better draw. Okay, so you see a Pair of Goblins is really freaking good. If we do it before combat, we'll actually get an extra 1/1. We do it after combat. I guess we do it before combat. So we get the extra 1/1. How do you guys feel about that? Because yeah, Pack Tactics needs 6 and we only had 5. And if we tap down the Goldhounds to swing, yeah, I guess that makes it so that way we get 9 through, but then the one gets blocked anyways. It is a good trade for us, and we have a pretty good setup. Yeah, this is anyone's game. I think green could make a comeback easily, even though we are the ones being aggressive right now, and they are the ones defending. I really do believe that they could run away with this. Like, for example, they could drop a forest and then Inscription of Abundance for the kicker cost. Untap a Snowland. Chariot, nice. Get some blockers for the Goldhounds. And they pass. Oh. Yeah. The game just gave it to us. Bloodthirsty Adversary. That's an insane draw. Insane draw. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Chi-Chi opponent. So we are going to get the, you see a Pair of Goblins, buff everything again, and then full swing. Yeah, don't underestimate the menace on the Goldhounds. That goes a long way. Oh, man. So much fun, guys. I can't even. I'm so glad I chose this deck, too. I hope we get to see more aggressive builds. I feel like it's fun to test this out against like the super aggressive builds as well. Like, where's Boros? We haven't seen Boros yet, which is a little bit weird. Aren't we like 4 matches in? I'm actually not sure how many matches. I feel like we won 1, lost 1, won 1. Or did we win 2? I don't remember right now. Oh no. Terrific hand. Hey, get out of my hand. Get out of here. How dare, don't, no. No. You stay away from that adversary. You stay away from... Oh, you monster. You took Kumano? Nice. No turn 1 for us, unfortunately. It's a good grab for the opponent for sure. Especially if they're rocking like Eye Twitch or Shamble Buddy and stuff. The etching could really be devastating. I'm going to save the adversary then. We're going to get the Battle Cry Goblin down. The adversary lets us get that damage through. If we get Goblin on board... Okay, we got some more control from the opponent. Kumano's pretty good. We go Kumano, Bloodthirsty. Could attempt just more damage here. I'm gonna get this down on white. I'm gonna see Kumano first, and if it's like a Jwari Disruption on the adversary, that's better than the Valet getting Jwari'd. Or it could be a Make Disappear too. I'm gonna attempt this because we do have the extra mana to save Valet from Jwari next turn anyways. If it was like a Make Disappear, then we can't save it. Infernal Grasp with the Battle Cry Goblin. So they're taking the 2 anyways. We do lose the creature, of course, but overall, I'd say that was better than a counterspell, so yeah, nice. Not too bad. Still a very scary deck over there, though. Dimir Control, it looks like. Okay, they pass it back. Keep the mountain as a secret, and we'll play the pathway on red. We don't need a lot of white in the deck, so... Yeah, Valet... If Valet gets gobbled up by a counterspell, that would be very sad, but it wouldn't be the end of the world. We could just keep a Pair of Goblins open for their turn, but I'm going to try the Valet, guys. I'm going to get greedy with it. We're doing so good with the deck already, like, we might as well try greed. It lands, so it's probably just more removal. Like the Mauling for 4 mana, that could happen. Yeah, it's probably just more removal. No white sources, so we're not swinging into like a Wandering Emperor or anything. I guess that's a positive, right? It could be more Esper control. Siphon Insight, really? It's got to be like an Infernal Grasp, because if they Siphon Insight, they could look for our burn. And if they, yeah, because if they think we have burn, then they would go Siphon Insight, find the burn. Oh, they only hit a plains. That kind of sucks. We must have only had land. Shadow's Verdict! Oh! Oh no! Okay, Kumano still comes in though. And that does mean that we can power up Den successfully. Man, we're gonna miss Den of the Bugbear so much. So much, guys. Need more creature lands for our aggro builds. I don't think it was any other thing other than Den of the Bugbear, because you want to do that. Yeah, like their Field of Ruin was tapped out. Okay, they were fully tapped out, so they couldn't like just kill it with an Infernal Grasp or something. We'll just grab a mountain. It's exactly like I said. We don't need a lot of white sources here. They have 4 mana. Yeah, Meat Hook for 2. Opponent is unfortunately still in this as they're going right back up to 7 here. Mountain off the top. We could go get our 1/1s before they can counter it on their turn, but if we play our 1/1s now, then they might just play a second Meat Hook. So we're gonna try it at the end of their turn. Yeah, pretty bad draw there with the mountain when we're this many lands short, when they actually got the plains and everything too. Yeah, we actually, the deck was thinned out twice for us. Wonder what they hit here. 4 mana available. Maybe it's just another land. They played there, you see a Pair of Goblins. Oh, that kind of sucks. Because now they can successfully block ours. So what we'd love to see, we definitely do it anyways. Because we're running out of options here. We really want a Blade Historian. Oh, another land. Oh no. Sudden Breakthrough's good. Because it lets us keep one of them. Because they block, we sudden breakthrough, we keep one. They still have 2 cards in hand. Do we just pass? Do we pass? I think we have to play it slow. Unfortunately, the swing here is really bad. Because not only do we just use the sudden breakthrough to save a 1/1 token. Oh, Invoke Despair. Oh no, they're back up to 8, guys. Oh no. That's scary business. Okay, I'm trying to think of... Oh no, another land. I'm just gonna hold back the sudden breakthrough, but I'm pretty sure the game has been decided. I'm pretty sure this one's gonna go to the opponents, guys. The Shadow's Verdict was particularly the nail in the coffin, wasn't it? Yeah, we'll take the 1. They still have 3 cards in hand. Okay, Goldhound. Now, see, that would have been pretty good, but I don't know if it hits the board. Yeah, that's actually not half bad. Because it has the first strike too. So I'm still going to save this back. Painted Indulgence. Yeah, they get to draw 2 here. They discard a Shadow's Verdict. That must be another Meat Hook or a 3rd Shadow's Verdict in hand. You could tell that this deck was built to devastate Boros aggro, like the popular Boros. Not ours in particular, but you can kind of tell, you know, especially with the Shadow's Verdict, which is mana value 3 or less. So it pretty much hits everything in that Boros build except for the Thundering Raiju, which is where the other cards come into play, of course. Yeah, we won't let this match go on for too long, because that way we can actually get one more. Okay, so they actually witnessed the future. So I guess they didn't like the Shadow's Verdict because it gets rid of tokens too. And they want to keep their tokens since it's holding us up enough. I guess that's what's going on. Battle Cry Goblin! Oh my goodness. That's so good. Oh, we can give this haste. It just has to hit the board. And then this actually lets us swing. And then buff the second goblin that's going to come onto the board here. Goldhound, don't forget, has Menace, so we probably buff that with the sudden breakthrough. So let's see what they end up doing first. Because we might just buff all the goblins twice instead. Do they block? This has to be more removal then, right? So this lets us buff the Battle Cry Goblin. That's 5 damage total. They go Power Word Kill on the Goldhound. Okay. So they're up to 9. So it's sudden breakthrough. Okay. We can save the sudden breakthrough. Or we can sudden breakthrough one of the tokens just for the sake of keeping it next turn. Or we could do 6 damage this turn. I'm gonna go with save a goblin. How do you guys feel about that? If we save a goblin, then we have a better chance of buffing next turn and actually letting the buffs reach 6 for the pack tactics. I don't know, guys. This could be anyone's game still. I'm pretty sure it's the opponent's. Like all they need is some board wipes and then, or all they need is some removal for these and then we'll go ahead and give it to them. But Battle Cry Goblin was a really good draw there. Invoke Despair. Saving that goblin did a lot. They're back up to 7. What that means is if they don't find it, we could win next turn. Depending on what we draw, we have 9 mana total. Another Battle Cry Goblin. Does it hit? Does it hit? It hits. Activate the ability. This sure feels like something. It might just be the Celestis, guys. We stayed in this, and it might just be the Celestis. No, March of the Wretched Sorrow. No. How much damage? 5 damage. 1, 2. We can only buff them twice before that activates. So, oh, plus it doesn't buff the toughness. What am I saying? So the opponent is unfortunately back up. 213, and that's probably a good game. The problem is, why I don't want to leave is they didn't get rid of both of them yet. They didn't get rid of both. We still have 2 more Den of the Bugbears in the deck. If we had our second one on the board, this might have been ours a while ago. It really shows the power of Den of the Bugbear. Oh, they're searching, guys. They're searching. It's just simple removal, right? Simple removal. We're ripping fire off the top, though. It makes me really not want to give up here. So we got to get this to 6 total. We have 3, so we got to go 1, 2, and then 3. Let's see if we can do this. Let's see if we can do this, guys. Come on. Come on now. This gets us that extra 1/1 that they've been struggling to deal with, actually. Come on, opponent. Let me swing. Yeah. What do you have? What do you have? March. No. My soul. My soul. How could you? Okay, they have all the different, so more Tainted Indulgence, it's just 2 mana draw 2 at that point. I really, I want to give it to them, but at the same time, okay, we get a Scry here. Restoration. It's actually pretty good because we can get Battle Cry Goblin back. Look, it's not sticking now. Oh no, guys. Oh, I really wanted to get another match in, but I don't want to leave. It's totally the opponent's, right? But at any moment they could run out. Passing it back to Knight. Celestis gaining them a ton of life. Let's see if this hits. Restoration hits, we get that Plains. What that means is next turn we can bring back the Battle Cry Goblin. It's important to remember that this is actually Dimir control and not Esper. This is our Plains that they took from us. So, there's no Wandering Emperor in this build. All of the Storm Giants, that is huge for the opponent. So if we don't win within a couple turns, yeah, look at how much life the Celestis can gain you over time. That's actually insane. All right, let's see. If the opponent has more removal now, you know what we could do? We have... Oh, no, we don't. That must have been a different game I was thinking of. Or did it get exiled and I'm not thinking correctly? I forget right now. I guess Battle Cry Goblin is the best. But Den? We could bring Den back. But I think if we don't win... Because if they can have all of the Storm Giants... I don't know. I don't know, guys. Yeah, this is the opponents, but I'm being stubborn about it. I know you guys like the longer matches too, and I know you also prefer when people don't concede, but I also like getting a large variety of matches in too. Yeah, I thought we had a Bloodthirsty... Oh, there it is. It's exiled. That's why. Yeah, the Bloodthirsty Adversary could have been really good because we could have brought back the a Pair of Goblins and then buffed the Valet. That would have been 3 times. They have Hall of the Storm Giants open now, which blocks the Valet very nicely. So it really depends what we draw here because we're already buffing Valet once. Depends if they have more removal too. Oh, another land. Ah, that's a shame. Well, we can at least attempt to get this to 6. We have 4 power here, so we go 1, 2, brings that to 6. And I know we're swinging into a Hall of the Storm Giants here, guys, but like, we have the Seat of the Empire, and we're about to buff the 1/1 a few more times too. Yep, they bring the Hall open. Valet goes to 4, which means... Oh no, the Ward! The Ward on the Hall! Oh no. Oh, they go for the Battle Cry. Yeah, we can't successfully hit the Hall of the Storm Giant, so like anything other than that Plains would have been good. A sudden breakthrough would have been amazing. Alright, let's just buff. Let's buff, guys. I really don't see a way through, but when we're still like actively dealing damage, it's a shame. Because now they're back down to 11, but they've gained so much. I guess we'll play the Plains. Yeah, the ward on this. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Does channel ability still count the ward? Wait, let me read it. Whenever a permanent with ward becomes a target of a spell or ability. Yeah, this would be ability. Yeah. Yeah, okay. I got concerned there for a second that channel could get around that, but... Opponent. Opponent. Ooh. That would have been really good. Good game. We're giving it to him, guys. We're giving it to him. Oh man, because we could block the Hall all day with the a Pair of Goblins, but I don't think we were coming out of that. 83 total % win rate. I have no idea how many matches we actually played. That match was 17 minutes. It sure didn't feel like it, but that's how control decks are. Unfortunately, we should have just given it to them a little bit sooner, but I really believe that we got unlucky there. We kept drawing land a few times. I think that match could have went a bunch of different ways, and I honestly believe our deck was favored, which makes me a little bit happy. Here's the deck list again. Great way to send off this standard, this current standard right now. Dominaria United comes out this Thursday, and of course we're going to be, I'm going to attempt to do a couple videos right away on Thursday, and then every day for the next week or so as well. Of course, that very first video of every new set is going to be mono red aggro, and I already have a couple builds planned. So that'll be a ton of fun. I just know it, and I'm going to miss a lot of these cards, guys. Man, I'm going to miss Den of the Bugbear so much. Blade Historian's rotating. You see a Pair of Goblins has to be one of my, like favorite cards that just buff an entire board because it's so easy just to get extra goblins to, like, it's so good. It really is. Sudden Breakthrough's rotating. We don't play with this one as much as the other cards, but we definitely have played with it, and every time we do, we're always like pleasantly surprised with it as well. So very very fun deck, and honestly it could probably rank you up. Yeah, you could probably rank up with this, but of course rotation's here, so don't craft anything or anything like that. I didn't really make that clear at the beginning, but I trust that everyone knows that rotation is just a couple of days away as well. So either way, guys, if you made it this far into the video, y'all are freaking champions. So thank you so much. I appreciate that, and I will see you in the next video.